Hi everyone, Sarah and Sophie here. We're just doing a live video tonight to catch up on what's happened over the last 24 hours. I see you guys logging on. Hi everyone. So, we know that we had our puppies. Let's take a look. There's Miss Meadow with her babies.
Alright, go lay down.
As you can see, she's a little bit overwrought. She is very easily triggered because she's super protective of the puppies, which is a normal and response. So we have the 8 puppies here. Let me explain to you guys what happened with the whole 7 puppies, no 8 puppies thing. So Sophie and I at, what time was it, Soph? 3:30?
Yeah, 3:30.
Around 3:30 we're pretty sure that there was another puppy in Meadow. We felt it, but it was super, super high up on her abdomen, and it wasn't really like moving down for over 2 hours. So I took Meadow outside to pee, and the lump sort of went away, and I thought, gee, maybe it was just her bladder. But when she came inside, she promptly had another puppy. So that was a surprise. You guys know I named that dog Bonus. Then we thought we were truly done. We cleaned up the box and put new matting down, cleaned everything up, settled her down. I was laying on the couch getting ready to nap, and I hear Meadow furiously licking something, and I look over and there's another puppy laying in the box. So we ended up with 8. So that sort of goes to show you, even when you do this, and you have a lot of experience, you need to expect the unexpected. So it was kind of exciting. I'm thrilled to have 8. I'm thrilled to have 6 Merles. I love the solids too, though, so I'm glad I got 2 tricolors in there. What you're looking at, the dark color stuff in the box right now, that's Meadow's. She's still bleeding. So we've already done 4 loads of laundry today, because it's just kind of a mess. She'll bleed for like 3 weeks. But of course, as you can imagine, the first couple of days, somebody's saying, I counted 8 on that ultrasound. You're right, I was wrong. Oh, look, my husband even joined this live. That's amazing. So, yeah, those brown spots are just, Meadow's still bleeding. So there's a lot of changing of this box and wiping it down. It doesn't harm the puppies, but we do try to keep them as clean as possible, of course. And that's kind of a challenge at this stage. So this is Meadow's second bowl of food today. She's already eaten 4 cups of puppy food, and she'll probably eat another 4 cups tonight. At this stage, you want to give them free access to puppy food, high quality puppy kibble. It has extra calcium because puppies need calcium. So that is, you want to move them off adult food and put them on puppy food. And of course, always water, always water. They need lots and lots of water when they're feeding puppies. As you can see, we have this fence here around the whelping box. There's a couple of reasons for this. Number one, as you guys know, we have 4 other dogs. And you don't want your other dogs bothering your mommy, who is just doing what she's supposed to do, protect those babies. And although she loves her siblings and Ty and her mom, she will absolutely attack them if they come near the puppies at this stage. So we put this fence up for her comfort and protection, and for the other dogs' comfort and protection. The second important reason we do this fencing is because sometimes young mothers will take the puppies out of the whelping box and stash them around the room. And we don't want that. Hi from Germany. We don't want her stashing the puppies around the room. We want her to keep them in the whelping box. So this allows her to get out of the box and lay on the floor and cool off and get away from the puppies if she wants to. Meadow's in jail. No, she's not. but it keeps the puppies safe from being moved, so she won't be inclined to move them out of the box. Meadow does not want to leave that box. If I go and ask her to come out of the box at this stage, she will kind of give me a hard time about it. She wants to be in that box with those puppies. She does go outside to poop and pee, but she does so reluctantly, and then she races inside like it's, the Kentucky Derby to get back to that box. So she's a really good mommy. The other thing you need to be really careful of with most females is even when they're super duper sweet, when they are not mothers, when they are mothers of young puppies like this, they are quite dangerous to strangers. So I would never allow anybody to get near Meadow when she has young puppies like this, because her instinct would tell her to bite them, to attack them. And that is normal and, shows that you have a really good mom. So Meadow is not around any people she doesn't know super well, her immediate family, until the puppies are in the toddler room and they're more independent, they're mobile, they're eating on their own. She's weaned them. Once they become toddlers, she's a little more comfortable with people picking them up and handling them with her in the same room. So, Soph, shall we weigh the puppies?
Sure.
Okay. Let's get them out and weigh them, and we'll introduce you guys to the puppies one at a time. Sophie knows them better than me. She was quizzing me before, so we'll see how I do. So we do want to weigh the puppies twice a day. Today we weighed them at birth, and then we'll weigh them now, which is around dinner time, around 12 hours or plus 12 hours plus, since most of them were born.
Here's Sunny.
What, you mean
Sky.
Oh, Sophie
I
said
messed
the
up
wrong
already.
name. I knew this was Sky.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to weigh Sky. Let's see what she weighs. So, 13 ounces. Okay, you can take her.
Oh my goodness.
So, she is a big girl, Sky. She's massive. She's so cute. So she is 13 ounces. This morning at birth, she was 13 and a half. That's pretty normal for them to lose a little bit of weight that first day. So I'm not really concerned about that. If she were to lose more weight tomorrow, then I would be more concerned. So we'll go to our chart here, and we'll put 13. All right, who are you picking next?
Trigon.
Oh, Trigon. So this guy has sort of like a triangle on his head, so we named him Trigon. This is a male.
12 and a half.
12 and a half. All right. So he lost a little bit too. Again, that's pretty normal. So I'm not concerned about that.
Where is McGraw? There he is. Oh, he's not really happy.
All right, so this is McGraw, a red merle male. Super cute.
11.
11. All
He has
right.
not changed. 11.
All right, so he held on to his weight, so that's good.
All right, where's the little girl? Up. This is Truly.
Truly scrumptious. How cute she is. The little red merle.
10. She kept her weight too.
And she is 10 ounces. So she's one of the smaller ones, but she held on to her weight, so that's great.
Yeah, baby. Here's your baby. Where is... Here's a little runt. Mimi.
Mimi, a little female blue merle.
9 and a half.
9 and a half for Mimi.
Oh, I forgot. Simon.
She kept her weight, so that's good.
Simon.
Truly is very cute.
Where's Simon?
Yes, so docking tails. I am gonna tackle that guy with you guys tomorrow or the next day. I don't actually cut the tails. I do remove them by using a rubber band, and we'll talk about that. It's totally painless and not traumatic, and it has a very low instance of complications, and I will go over that with you guys. These guys are born, Ty is a carrier of the NBT, which is the natural bobtail gene. So these puppies have all different length tails. Some of them have full length, some of them have 3/4, some of them have half, and then one has a bobtail. So we're going to make them all uniform by banding their tails probably tomorrow, and I will go over that with you guys tomorrow. So this is Simon, our only red tri.
13 and a half. Oh, he gained weight. 13 and a half.
All right.
Hey, baby boy.
I don't ever leave the tails on. Somebody's asking, even by request. I breed dogs to the AKC standard, and the standard has a docked tail. I love a docked tail. I don't, as I say, I don't cut it. It's not a painful procedure. Yes, some are born without tails. Some are born with no tail at all. Some are born with a little bobtail. Some are born with half tails. Some are born with 3/4 tails. You may wonder why they never standardized. If you can breed them to, who is this?
This is bonus. This is one of the
Oh,
surprise
this is
puppies.
bonus. This was number 7 that we weren't expecting. A blue merle. Oh, he's so handsome.
12. Kept his weight.
All right, so he kept his weight.
Big boy.
And we just have Rosita. Everybody was wondering what we were going to name number 8. I got some really hilarious suggestions like Encore and Double Bonus and just hilarious names. But Sophie wanted to name her Rosita because she has this camo face.
From The Walking Dead, if anyone watched The Walking Dead,
How much does she weigh?
15.
Oh my God,
gosh.
she's enormous.
Why you so fat? Why you so fat?
All right, so good weights. A couple of them lost, tenths of an ounce, but good weights. So I'm really happy with that. So Sophie, can I see you Trigon?
Trigon, yes.
I'm going to show you guys the different lengths of tails.
Alright, this is bogged.
All right, so this was natural. He was born with like this half tail. So we will shorten that when we shorten everybody's tail.
Oh my goodness, I know.
And who else? Who else has like a 3/4 tail? Sky does.
This is bonus. He has 3/4.
So this is a little bit longer, so that's like a 3/4 tail, but you can tell it's not a complete tail
Well, it doesn't usually have white
because it doesn't have a point to it.
or white on it.
And it's not quite the length of a full tail. And don't we have a bobtail?
No, he was our Bob.
He was the shortest?
Yeah, but she is pretty short too. Where's this? That's another one.
Yeah, see, that's like a half tail. And then let's see a full tail so they can see the difference.
Alright. Big fat girl.
And you can see a full tail comes down to this very skinny point here. So right now, at this age, these guys' tail does not have cartilage in it. The cartilage has not developed. So it's just a little piece of flappy skin. So if you use a rubber band to band it, like we will, it cuts off the circulation. It's numb. They don't feel it. They usually sleep right through it. And in about 4 or 5 days, it just dries up and falls off, like an umbilical cord. It's a completely non-invasive procedure with very low instances of complications. And it's, in my opinion, the only humane way to dock a tail. I'm not bringing them to the vet and having them get Novocaine and clipping it off. I just don't want to do that. As far as eyeballing the length of the tail, when I rubber band them, it's just a matter of, eyeballing it. Sometimes the rubber band lands a little too far in one direction or the other, and then you just take a little nail scissor and you clip it off, and you reset the next one. I definitely prefer my Aussies without a tail. It's just a personal preference. But for me, it's also the AKC standard, and that's the standard that I follow. I'm part of the American Kennel Club. I know some of you are from other countries that don't have, that don't allow docking, and have a lot of you I see have dogs with long tails, and that's obviously perfectly fine, and that's your preference. But my preference is a wiggle butt, so that's what we're going to make them, a wiggle butt, and we'll go over that tomorrow when we decide to do it. So this is litter number 2 for Meadow. She is 4 years old.
Yep.
So she'll have litters at the age of 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then she will retire at the age of 6 after her 4th litter, if all goes to plan. But she's a young, very healthy dog at this point. She is totally exhausted now, guys. Look at her. She's falling asleep. Oh. I do puppy visits for my owners when the puppies are 3 weeks of age. I think we're going to be good to go as far as coronavirus with that. So yes, I am still planning on doing the 3-week puppy visits. We do them generally outside. We try to pick a nice day and we do them outside on our patio. And we'll just have enhanced, rules. I always have people take off their shoes and wash their hands. We will certainly wash our hands and Purell them with each new person. So I'm not concerned about getting people here to see their puppies at 3 weeks of age. Super important for the puppies to have that interaction. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Meadow did do a good job. Look at all those babies. Oh, she's so good. I stopped breeding at the age of 6 because breeding is an exhausting and taxing experience. And I just think once they get to be about 7, they're in the second sort of half of their lives. Your litter count will generally go down at about that age. They'll have fewer puppies. And to me, that's just the dog's body saying, I'm done with this. And I want them to spend the second half of their lives with us here, relaxing and not having any kind of that responsibility of producing puppies. They live with us forever. Even when they're done breeding, they get spayed or neutered, and they stay with us for their entire lives unless there are some outside circumstances that would make them better off as a solo dog elsewhere. But that's never happened to us. So Remy, Meadow's mom, is retired now, and she's going to enjoy just being an auntie to these puppies and not having any of the responsibility. I don't think a 6 or 7-year-old dog is considered a senior dog, but it's definitely on the other end of their reproductive life. You can breed a dog all the way up until they're 10 or 12 years old. That doesn't mean that they'll survive the delivery. Doesn't mean that to produce more than 1 or 2 puppies. But they certainly are breedable for their entire lives, like all mammals, except for humans. All female mammals, I believe, are breedable for their entire lives. That doesn't make it right or ethical. So 4 litters from each of my females is a very generous thing for them to do for me, and I'm super grateful and happy to retire them at that age. So the puppies do twitch and they do cry. Twitching puppies are normal. That's their neurons connecting. So yeah, they're constantly in movement. They're constantly twitching and vibrating and crying and moaning and talking. So all that twitching is really normal. I will set up the webcam tomorrow. I'm just exhausted today, but I will get this webcam set up for everybody tomorrow who is, an owner of one of these beautiful pups. Do we want to discuss anything else, Soph? So we have, let's see, there was 8 puppies. There were 6 Merles, 2 solids, 2 tricolors. Half of them are boys, half of them are girls. And I believe we have, 3 red tri... How does the Merles break down in for males and females?
I think it's 3 red tries, 3 blue merles, and then a red tri and a, right?
What, we're talking about male, female.
Oh, male, female?
Mm-hmm. blue merle female.
I think there's 2 blue merle females, 1 blue merle male, 2 red merle females, 1 red merle male, and then both of the tries
Tricolors
are
boys.
males.
Yeah. Meadow is very good with her pups. She is very gentle, but she also will knock them around a bit. Meadow is a red tri, yes. So she will knock them around a bit, be a little bit rough with them, and that is, so that their lungs clear at this age, and they're used to being handled. And she will clean them, so she'll lick both their bums, and help them urinate by licking other parts of them. And she will clean everything up in this box. All the poop and the pee she will clean up herself until they start eating solid food. You guys can't believe how small Meadow is right now. After all these puppies are out of her, she is like half the size. She was super psyched, I think, to get them out of her. So their eyes are expected to open usually between 12 and 14 days. Aussie eyes open late. I know there are some breeds whose eyes open earlier, but I find that Aussie breeds, the breed, really take their time opening their eyes. It can be super frustrating because you really want them to show you what their eyes look like. They'll all, of course, have blue eyes. All babies are born with blue eyes. The more you do this, the more accurately you can discern those who are going to keep their blue eyes. It's sort of the ones that keep their blue eyes have sort of a crystal clear blue to their eyes, whereas the baby blue that they will all start out with is more of like a powdery blue. And we'll take a look at that and see if we can predict. I don't really know until they're 6 months old, so that's something that I have to verify with my new owners. Did they keep that one blue eye? Did they keep both blue eyes? Did they turn amber? Because their eyes can change all the way up until they're 6 months old. Aussies can have 10 puppies. 10 puppies would be really large. That would be a really big litter. They can have 10 or 11 puppies. You wouldn't want that because Aussies have 10 nipples. You wouldn't want 11 puppies because then not everybody gets a station at the milk bar during every feeding. I don't know if you guys know this, but different breeds have different nipple numbers. So a smaller breed like a pug will have 6 nipples. A dog like an Aussie will have 10, and then a dog like a Great Dane will have 12 nipples. And the nipple number correlates with generally the size of the maximum number of puppies that breed generally has. Oops. I'm not keeping any puppies from this litter. I can't. I would love to, but I can't because I wouldn't be able to breed her because she would be related to both Deacon and Ty, who are my 2 studs in the house. So the next female we're going to get is going to be an unrelated female, probably 2 years old. But we'll see. My family tells me I can't get another one until we move into this new house that we've been trying to buy for the last year. My family's really mean. They only let me have 5 dogs. Maybe if you guys spam them, they will let me have 6 dogs. I don't really have well, that's not true. I think the dog that I think is the coolest looking right now would be Rosita, that last puppy, because she has that camouflage, that camo face on both pattern on both sides of her face. Diane, one more dog. So I think she's cool looking, but that being said, my favorite will change like 50 times in a day. Because they're all totally lovable. I love the tricolors as well. I'm not, I don't I'm not particularly partial to the Merles. I think they're beautiful, but I love my tricolors as well. So I don't really have favorites, except I have favorites all the time. They just change. Does that make sense? Look at Meadow. Looking at Soph.
Let me show my Zeke.
Oh, she is tired.
I know, he's such a good girl.
All right, so I think we'll wrap it up, guys. Do you have any more questions for me before we log off? Let's see if we covered everything. Oh, a lot of you guys want to know if I'm going to be posting the videos of the actual births of the individual pups. I will. I have them. I'm going to put them together and I'm going to upload them to my YouTube channel. Highland Haven Aussies is my YouTube channel. Simply because I feel like, because it's an uncensored birth, I just feel like YouTube is maybe a more appropriate place to put that. Instagram, I think, is a little more family friendly, and I'm not sure that everybody would appreciate that on Instagram. But I will do that, and I'll let you guys know. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for joining me. I love it. I will talk to you guys soon. Say bye, Soph.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Say bye, Med.